Welcome back to the FullTiltPoker.net $1 million cash game. Mike the Mouth still at 78,400. Remember, he was down to 14,000. So quite the comeback for the Mouth.
I am steaming in.
Straddle 1,200.
I'm steaming in. I'm steaming in. I'm steaming out. I am steaming somewhere.
No, he's going to pick a better spot.
Pass.
Yeah, I've noticed Phil Ivey on these 7-8 type hands.
Raise 3,500.
He seems to play those pretty aggressive.
And it seems like we've got a full round of straddling here. Oftentimes they will they'll straddle hand after hand after hand. This time it's Feldman with the straddle. Phil Ivey raises up to 3,500 with the 8-7 offsuit. Ziggy calls with the king-queen. Benyamine get a call also with the 4-deuce. Not sure if Benyamine's deep enough to make this call, though. He's only got 81,000 behind.
He's just deep enough to make it work, especially with Ziggy already having limped.
Talk about hands that are connected. Andrew Feldman with the 3-5 of spades. If Benyamine and Feldman can somehow get together, they've got a great spot.
Yeah. Well, there's also a lot of flops that can come that could be dangerous.
Ace 3-5.
And this is one of them. Wow.
Oh.
Check.
You know, just when I was saying Benyamine shouldn't be in there with deuce 4,
Check.
he flops the wheel, and Andrew Feldman flops 2 pair.
Yep. This is definitely going to be
8,000.
an expensive hand for Andrew Feldman.
Well, let's see how this one plays out. And with Ivey betting, he's artificially making this pot even bigger. Remember, this is a straddled pot. The 2 players with the hands haven't even acted.
If David Benyamine raises right here, it could give Feldman a chance to get away, but I doubt it.
Cool.
And he does not. He just calls.
Feldman could raise here, though.
Not could. I would put the percentages at like 90% that he'll raise right here.
Benyamine, by the way, started this pot with about 80,000. Feldman started this hand with about 90,000. And I would really be surprised if we didn't see an all-in at some point.
I can't fault Andrew Feldman for raising this. I would.
Raise 26,800.
Bottom 2 pair, very vulnerable. And he's going to raise this up to 26,800. Obviously, Ivey's going to get out of the way.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew Feldman's deep enough to get away from this either. He's only got 62,000 more. This is just one of those calamities that happens, part of poker. Phil Ivey's going to beat around the bush, but I don't think there's any way he's going to call with 7-8 off.
I figured it was a foregone conclusion that he would fold, but he's really taking his time. No, he's going to give it off.
Okay. Whew. I didn't think there was any way he was going to make a move there. Not with David Benyamine behind him.
Now let's see how Benyamine plays it. If you're Benyamine, do you just call or do you get it all in right now?
Nah, you shove. You go ahead and get it in right now.
And by the way, if all the chips go in, Feldman is not drawing dead. You can see the percentages. Feldman about a 4-1 dog.
Still having backdoor spades. A 3 or a 5 to fill.
Yeah, the crowd watching on, they see this pot growing. If Benyamine knew how strong Feldman was, it'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah, he would instantly push all in. He might just flat here actually now. That's what I'm thinking. David Benyamine's leaning towards flat calling here, thinking that if he checks the turn, no matter what the card is, Andrew Feldman bets, then he gets to push all in. Better chance, actually, now that I've thought about it, that's the best way to play this pot.
Well, if Feldman, I mean, you start thinking of the hands Feldman has. If Feldman has like an ace-10 here, you don't want to blow him off that hand.
That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, I think that might be the best way of playing this hand. Because also, too, if Andrew Feldman leads the turn, well, then he's pot committed for the rest. He's not going to go anywhere with, 20,000 left or 30,000.
Exactly. The pot's 58,000, and it's 18-8 to call.
Pretty sure we're going to see a flat call here. I think this is what David Benyamine has deducted as well.
I'm all in. No, Benyamine's going to go all in. Feldman's going to double check, and I'm pretty sure Feldman's going to call this.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless he has ESP, I don't know how he gets away from this hand.
Well, it's 54,000 to call. The pot's 131. It's not quite getting 3-1, but he's getting more than 2-1. I mean, he's getting about 2.5 to 1. He's going to call.
And he does.
Oh.
Wow.
King.
I've got a spade.
Interesting card on the turn. Now any spade.
Not going to happen. And Benyamine's going to win that one.
Oh yeah, and maybe on the spade, 5-3 spade.
3-5.
That would have been nice.
And Benyamine's going to win that. He had to fade a spade, a 5, or a 3 to win that one on the river, and he did. The deuce of clubs on the river, and Benyamine wins it. $185,000.